welcome to the second episode of the Parisian Londoner podcast. Make some noise. Yeah, we're back with a brand new episode. My dear friend Swell co-hosting with me again. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I got another chance.
Yeah, of course you got another chance. We have...
No. Leave it to me. So we have actually Chris, who is a member of Parisian Londoner. We're supposed to be here at the first podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, he's going to explain us why...
What happened?
He didn't make it.
Where were you, mate? Where were you?
And I got 2 or 3 phone calls from the border patrol saying some weird things. So you need to explain us.
What's going
Chris, Parisian Londoner, please explain us why you're not on the first podcast. You were not.
Hello, everybody.
Is that like a colleague anonymous thing? Or what? Hello, my name is Chris.
No. But yeah, last time I just missed my flight, man.
How can you miss your flight?
Come on, man.
I missed my flight. Usually people say my flight was delayed.
Nah.
You know, he's used to this kind of stuff as well. Here, train, no flights,
bus.
everything.
I still make it. Yeah, you still make it.
I wish to be like you, man. No, I just missed my flight, guys. Just like...
Where were you? Sweden?
No, I was in Oslo.
Okay.
No way. And you arrived the next day. So he called me the next day saying, I'm here. I'm literally here in front of the studio.
One day late, mate.
Yeah.
One day late.
Yeah.
See you at home.
However, still very welcome to her and very pleased to have you on the show. Welcome to Chris.
Let me clap for myself.
And on his left-hand side, the one and only, again, Andrea Ginola with us. Make some noise for Andrea. Our Spurs / Premier League / Parisian expert. How you doing, my friend?
I'm always sat next to an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, again.
He's not. He's a PSG fan.
He's a PSG fan.
He has a soft spot for it. Yeah. Are you going to roast him right now?
I mean, I tried at the pub, but I don't have enough.
Wait a little bit. Yeah,
let's keep that far. We have another Arsenal fan over there.
Jeff, the one and only Jeff here as well. Make some noise for Jeff. Proper Arsenal fan, actually. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
As good as I can be. Well, top of the table. You know, I'm all right. I'm good.
And we have the last but not the least, Gauthier.
Make some noise for Gauthier. Parisian London as well. How you doing?
Great.
Yeah, ready for the episode today. I think you smashed the English Channel trivia last time and you are top of the leaderboard. So I think people are coming after you today, you know that, yeah? Yeah, I hope you did your
I'm really
homework.
bad at that game.
So guys, today we have the pleasure to have our special guest at the very end of the podcast. His name is David the host.
Yeah.
For people who don't know him, his name is actually David Butler, but he's David the host.
He's known as David the host.
He's hosting shows, content for PSG in English language. He started this season. He was working for Ajax before. And for a media called 433 before, yeah. So he will be with us at the very end of the podcast. We'll have quite a few questions for him.
Yeah.
He did loads of interesting stuff with PSG this season, like the FIFA ranking video with the players for FIFA 23.
Yeah.
He had...
Have you seen the video?
It was a lie detector.
Ramos didn't like it. Ramos, you didn't saw it?
Yeah, Ramos
didn't like it.
Yeah,
he didn't like his rate.
But he had Hakimi, Ramos, Mbappe. Who else? Vitinha was here as well.
And Vitinha, yeah.
And Kimpembe. Yeah, it was a quality video. I think it's his masterpiece. He will tell us about this.
Yeah, he will tell us.
But yeah, he will be joining the show at the very end. But in the meantime, those two here, Jeff and Andrea, they have prepared a quiz for us, the English trivia quiz.
We'll do.
But before this, we'll talk about all things PSG.
Yeah. So let's put the rivalry aside. For later, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about 2 or 3 points that, well, congratulations, guys. We're on top of...
to us.
Yeah.
Unbeaten. The only team unbeaten in Europe, like all competitions, is Benfica. Yeah. Apart from us.
This season, yeah.
So I think that's an amazing achievement, especially from Galtier. Yeah. People that have, had doubts about Galtier like me because, he's from Marseille, not real... European experience. I was a bit cold, at the beginning, but he proved me wrong.
He did really well, and congratulations to Galtier.
He's smashing it.
I think he did a great job, and he actually put all the ego on the side and created a nice group.
Jeff, you as an Arsenal fan following the Premier League, from an objective point of view, what have you spotted from PSG this season? Is it looking like a different team? Do you think that we have more potential to win the Champions League this season, or what do you think?
I think there is more potential. I think going forward, you guys look extremely deadly. And that's what I've noticed. There are the creativity going on. I think the front three are working very well together. So, yeah, no, you guys have every opportunity, really.
You see, it's very interesting what he's saying, because when you actually think about PSG in a Europe scale, we don't think, as a PSG fan, we don't think that people are scared of us.
Yeah.
When you talk about PSG European ones, they're scared of the
team.
MLS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
that's very true.
No, 100%.
But I just would like to touch base. This guy here is
about to fall
listening
asleep.
to us. Not even related to Spurs or Arsenal or anything, because this guy had the pleasure and the chance to assist to the Marseille defeat against Spurs.
How was that?
At the Velodrome in the Champions League. So clap it. I think that's once in a lifetime thing, bro. That's amazing.
Well,
Tell us about this.
In French, we've got this thing we say climatisation. So
Silence.
it was a great moment. Obviously the atmosphere at the Velodrome is, I have to say, always really nice.
Okay.
Especially knowing that there was one complete stand that was closed.
Yeah, we also.
But it was cool. I got to meet a lot of people. I had the opportunity to chat with Basile Boli, who is a Marseille
nice.
legend,
Wow.
who actually lives in Paris. So
He lives in Paris.
Yeah, he does.
What's going on? I thought Marseille was the best city in the world.
I know, and he was saying that like it's nice for him to work from Marseille because he's kind of free regarding his schedule. He does kind of what he wants. So obviously coming back and forth from Paris helps. But I was surprised to figure out he was living in Paris, and obviously ended up sitting down having Conte just two rows
That's
ahead of
mental.
me in the stands, obviously, because he got a red card. He got booked at the Lisbon game right before. So that was really interesting to see. And there was one thing that happened that was really impressive for me. So he was sat next to a bunch of people from Tottenham, obviously. And there was one lady actually sat the row in front of him. And his assistant manager during the game took a yellow card for protesting and stuff. And I remember her turning towards him. And I spoke to a friend of mine who's a football agent who told me a bit more about her and her position. But she turned to Conte and gave him this look.
The look.
Like, you already took a red card last game. If your assistant manager, who's actually on the bench tonight, does the same stuff, you're in trouble.
But who is she?
I'll bring it back later. But I got the information on her.
In regards to the game,
And-
were you impressed by the result? Was that expected to you? Obviously
How can you be
kick out
impressed
Marseille
about
from
Marseille?
the Champions
It
League?
was. I was afraid
It was a
because
tough game, isn't it? Objectively, I think it was not a really easy game for you, to be fair.
I was afraid because I knew that Tottenham only needed a draw. So I knew they were going to come into the game and try and defend and hold the score. And usually we're pretty good at doing it. But obviously at some point I saw that we were going to concede. And it did happen. Not at a very good moment. But it was a bunch of things. Heung-min Son came out for injury after just less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, 15, yeah.
Coach was in the stands. We were away. Marseille atmosphere, nothing was really going our way. And I think the whole mix at the end where Marseille players, it came out in the press, Marseille players didn't know that if they drew, they were going to still go Europa League. So they left massive hope.
They didn't mind.
They didn't mind. Obviously, us scoring at the 95th minute was amazing. But seriously, it was a good game for us, knowing like all the injuries we had and everything going into the game.
And now you're going to play AC Milan next round. How do you feel about that? AC
We
Milan,
just talk about that
Yeah.
pre-podcast, and it's like,
AC Milan.
I'm pretty
man.
confident.
To be fair, no. Don't rule them out. They are second of the Serie A.
Nah, bro.
They're going after Napoli at the moment as well. So I'm telling you, like AC Milan is a strong side, and obviously they have experience in Europe as well. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I still think it's a good draw for us because obviously we could have came up against many stronger teams. I'm just happy that we'll probably be able to have a lot of injured players back.
True.
And it's a good opportunity for us to go to the second round. So just to the next round, sorry. But I mean, I'm still afraid about Conte's plans. I don't feel like he's still kind of managed to input his way of playing and his mentality into the squad. And when we were in the kind of private area before attending the game, I was with my dad there, and I saw just behind a corner, sat into like a private area, there was Daniel Levy and Antonio Conte, and I spoke to my dad,
talking to each other, yeah.
And I said, they're sat over there. So obviously, when I told him, he went to go and say hi.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know what to think, but he felt like Conte was under so much pressure. Like he was sat on a chair, like just sitting there,
doing
nothing.
Oh, jeez.
And he stood up, said hi to my dad because he was completely elsewhere.
Yeah.
And my dad
in his head, like
my dad was like, "Nice to meet you, David." Like as if his face just brightened up, and he was like, "Oh, it's actually him." Like he was completely elsewhere, and he just said to me, "I feel like he has to work under so much pressure." And I mean, because my dad thought about becoming a coach at some point.
Okay.
And I think those kind of moments turned him away from wanting to do that. And it's hard. So I actually, before we carry on, I pulled it up, and a woman sat in front of him was Donna Cullen.
Okay.
So I brought it up on Twitter.
All right.
Okay. Talking about English teams, obviously we're in London, so we're like also having a look at the Premier League as well. Chris, I know Chris is our European guru because he's watching. I'm telling you, he's watching every European league. So he likes Bundesliga. He likes the Dutch league. He's really on top of also the Spanish league, Italian league, like everything. Considering you're a PSG fan, you're Parisian, you're watching week in, week out all European leagues, would you say we are PSG one of the favorites to win this Champions League this season?
That's a big statement. If you say that,
I'm not gonna be able to say that.
yeah,
Is it?
Is it?
Tell us why.
Like if we speak like in terms of form, the way we play, the bench, the team and everything, Madrid is above.
Okay.
Man City is above. And Bayern München is above.
Bayern.
Yes.
Oh, I strongly disagree
That
with
was
that,
my
mate.
next question. So leave it.
Let him explain himself.
Yeah.
I think that's what people always get confused, and it always makes me laugh because everybody think the Bundesliga is that easy.
Of course it's not. No, it's not.
They score that amount of goal week in, week out. So it's always the same conversation. It's always make me laugh because Bayern every year is like, if it's not final, semi-final, something like that.
Very true, yeah.
And we can say what we say. The way we play our midfield, that's not the same level of
Is
their
weaker.
midfield.
Are you scared of Choupo-Moting then?
Yes.
No, I'm telling you, because Choupo-Moting is smashing it this
and
season. I'm telling you.
Always
I say-
embarrass us.
I'm saying yes, because the way they play is perfect for Choupo-Moting. And the thing we don't have, and it's different, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar score. Verratti, Vitinha not going to score.
True.
Musiala, Kimmich, Goretzka, Sané, Gnabry, Mane,
They score.
Coman,
They score.
everybody
They
has
all
to
score.
score.
Yeah, got that.
That's the difference. The presence in the pitch is different. Verratti cannot give us more than 70 minutes. High
Well,
tempo.
it did-
That top level.
High tempo.
He's playing every game. You know what he's
That's
doing.
that's what I'm saying.
Improves a lot.
High tempo, yeah.
Improve. The maximum at the end of the game we can see like it's not the same pace. That's the difference between their midfield and our midfield. I'm telling you, wing wise, for example, Hakimi Mendes, I'm good.
Yeah, it's good.
I love Alphonso Davies, but Mendes,
It's good.
I'm good. I feel safe. But now when you speak Marquinhos,
Well, let me correct you in some stats that I have on the top of my head. Head-to-head, PSG, Bayern Munich, it's 5 wins for Bayern, 6 wins for PSG. Head-to-head, yeah. Recently, obviously the big Bayern, we got scared and now we managed to override that fear that we had on Bayern, right? Because with the Champions League games we had against them this season, now we feel more confident. We're no longer scared of them. We're no longer scared of them, and it's no longer the big Bayern that it used to be. I'm sure you will agree with me. Okay, now Sadio Mane is on top.
I disagree.
Since they lost Lewandowski as well, I
disagree.
think it's no longer the big Bayern it used to be.
I'm sorry, I'm disagree because we forget when we won against them last time.
Yeah.
Goretzka wasn't there. Lewandowski.
Yeah, but those are excuses, mate.
No.
Look
That's
at
not
the
what I'm
expected
saying.
goal
That's
last
not.
time.
That's not what I'm saying.
Go ahead, Goche.
Yeah,
You know,
tell
last
us.
time we played in a round of 16 against them,
Yeah.
especially in Munich.
Yeah.
Look at the expected goal. We had like 4 or 5 shots on target, and we scored 3 goals. So it happened once, but we can't
You
do
said
the
we
same.
got lucky.
Kinda, it's part of football, you know.
Yeah, of
Do you
course.
think it was luck?
No, I cannot say luck.
Not
but I'm just
only-
gonna say the way we play. I don't think, and now I relate to what you say. I don't think it's gonna happen every day. That's what I want
Yeah.
to say. When you play at that level, it's not luck.
Of course.
But
Well, Champions League is a bit of luck.
There's a bit of luck.
for
It's
me,
always a
for
bit
me
of
it's
luck.
not luck. I will say exactly what
Experience, but yeah,
Benzema
okay.
say. People say, yeah, I was lucky for Mendy or against Donnarumma. But if I don't do like this run, nothing gonna
Yeah,
happen.
no,
So
it's
it's not
true,
luck.
yeah.
You
Fair
have
enough.
to
Yeah,
conform
yeah.
to luck.
I'd like to know what you guys think, but I also, one of the main arguments is that I feel like Messi is in a much better place this year than he was
100%.
last year.
Obviously.
And I think that is one of the biggest arguments that
But I think it took him a season,
Full season.
and people were a bit impatient, and it took him a full season to get used to League
Well,
One.
again, I think now he's fully fitting the team,
Yeah.
and no, we needed him. We
But
needed
we
him
have to
100%.
remember, he always the whole career he played in Liga in Spain.
Yeah, okay,
All his
got
life.
that.
So for Aloe,
Okay, I get your point now. Like when we played Bayern last time, we didn't have that big Messi that we have this season, and now he's definitely a key player. So it will have a big impact on
Offensively,
on
defensively, what we saying?
defensively.
It's still the
Wait.
we're 11 on the pitch.
coming about that,
Yeah,
I
very
want to
true.
have a
Yeah,
question about that. Do you think that winter, the transfer window, do you think we're gonna have someone in defense?
Yes.
You guys like you know last
Coach is really on top of the rumors and everything. We were really keen to sign what's his name, the guy from Inter, Skriniar.
Skriniar.
It's
No,
not
but
gonna
that's-
happen.
No,
is it?
not gonna
I heard
happen.
his wife don't want to
Yeah,
let him
Exactly.
play,
The
Yeah.
wife
so-
says she liked the lifestyle in Milan, and plus like they're gonna do like a new contract.
But that's for me. It sounds like a Icardi kind of
No.
player.
Not really, mate.
No.
Not really. Not really.
No, not player wise. I'm talking about
But the influence of his wife.
His wife take the
But
decision.
you know-
for him. Yeah.
You know, it
Ah,
was
it's
the
every
same
player,
for
every
Griezmann,
player, every
for
player.
Griezmann, for Zidane, for a lot of players.
Really?
You
So
have
why
to
your
think
wife
to your
doesn't have
family
any-
when
No
you
clubs,
move
yeah.
My wife
abroad.
does
When they
have
try
a
to
lot of
negotiate
decisions.
something, they need to influence the wifey as well, mate.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
no,
you that.
I agree.
If the wifey says no, bro, look at me. Look at me. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows what I'm talking about.
Alright.
If the wifey says no,
I got it.
There you go.
But what about money?
it's not only about money.
They
Man.
already have money, so extra money is not enough, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
So tell us about the rumors in terms of winter transfer window. What do you think? Which position do we need? And which player do you think is available and will be keen on joining PSG during the winter transfer window?
Yeah, I would say like 3 players, one on each line, one defender, midfielder, and one proper striker. Because you know,
Number 9.
yeah, at the beginning of the season, Galtier was like, okay, I need player on the wings like Mendes and Hakimi. And then, okay, they had a lot of activities, you know, but they were not able to cross anything because Mbappe is not a proper 9. He's
not.
on the left wing. Same for Messi.
Have you guys watched the
Pivot
video of the
Pivot gang.
all the Haaland goals and all the Mbappe goals
Yeah.
next to each other, like the way Haaland scores and the way Mbappe scores
Yeah,
those
but
goals? Like,
for me, it's literally not the same.
Haaland is just maybe I will get rusted in the comment section and everything, but I don't mind.
Do him, guys.
Haaland is a finisher. Like all the goals he scored were just literally in front of
But
the line.
he's a
His
proper
positioning
nine.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Everything is thanks to his
No, he got-
positioning.
he got some
but the
nice
Mbappe
shots.
goals, mate. Nah, it's a different story. He's a way more complete player
I agree.
than Haaland. Way more technical. And those goals, if you like football, Chris, I know you're a bowler. I know you play football as well. You can't say you prefer Haaland
Yes.
goals than Mbappe goals.
Yes.
No, now you're taking the piss.
I don't think you can say that Mbappe is more of a complete player than Haaland.
No, but they're not.
He's 100%.
Listen, guys.
100%.
Can I say something?
Guys.
I'm telling you, if tomorrow you give me a club and I have to buy Mbappe or Haaland, it's no cap.
No brainer.
Haaland.
Why? No, let
me score more.
No, it's not even scoring. And that's something like people like to forget. When you're on a pitch, you attack and you defend. You have to listen also the coach, tactically be able to really understand what the coach does and everything. Haaland does that, not Mbappe.
But do you think Haaland will be
just for that is finished?
Will be having the same?
Haaland was
in a different team because at City,
Haaland was in Norway. He did it. Haaland was in Dortmund. He did it. Haaland is in Man City. He's doing it.
Okay.
I can't have this argument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you're in the Champions League final this year, you're winning 1-0, 89th minute, the other team goes on a counter attack. Who do you think would do the run more to come back and defend? Haaland or Mbappe?
Mbappe.
But it's so specific.
No. This guy.
Did you hear what he said? Who's going to do the run
back?
Defense.
I think guys, you
He's making defensive efforts.
You forgetting guys, you forget that
you need to be a two-way player.
The goal for Mbappe is to win the Champions League. If in that the exactly the same situation, I think Mbappe will do the effort and will go and tackle that guy, even if he have to take a red
The thing with Mbappe is that his whole game.
You don't know the Bobini.
If during game he's frustrated and he doesn't get the passes he wants, you know. He gets frustrated in front of goal and is in a position to score and doesn't get the pass at the right time. He gets frustrated so easily and switches off. And he's like, I'm not doing the efforts. Like, you didn't pass me the ball at that time, I could have scored. That time I could have scored. That time I could have scored. And then he's like, I don't give a F. Right? I don't feel like Haaland is like that.
Agreed.
The Haaland is a guy.
Wait, guys. Let me ask you then. Is Harry Kane doing the same as Haaland?
He
then?
is.
Making the defensive runs and going back, defending and Harry Kane.
Same profile.
Harry Kane is no. I disagree. I strongly disagree with that. I don't think Harry Kane is
just
necessarily the same
goals
profile
when
as
he's on the line.
Haaland, mate.
Crazy.
No.
He had
I
a lot
disagree
of
with that.
assists, Harry Kane.
Guys,
Harry Kane is here to score, and people around him need to make him score.
Yeah,
that's it. So he's not gonna do, as you said, during the effort, make the run, going back, defense, etc., etc.
The thing with
he's not
Haaland,
gonna do that.
The thing with Haaland, he's not only got the assists, but he's got the goals as well. So he puts himself in the right position to score, as well as sets up his teammates.
From a stat perspective, yes.
Foden has a lot of goals because of Haaland as well.
True.
So there's more going on than just him scoring, and yet he scored that amount of goals.
And we need to say something
before
more.
Christmas.
No, I don't want to be disrespectful to Tottenham, yeah.
When it sounds like this,
We are talking about City in Paris.
We get cut here.
Yo, hey, let me learn. Listen what I'm going to say. The difference, Tottenham play for Harry Kane. But when you're in a big team, you don't play for one player. It's finished.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
It's finished.
So
Mbappe want everybody
you are saying
to play
that
for
Tottenham
him.
is not a big team.
No.
Tottenham.
When was the last? What was the last thing they won? I don't even remember. Harry Kane has been there for 20 years. He just go. That's it. And I'm not.
That guy is going to bite you.
No disrespect. But me personally, I know.
Look at this Arsenal fan. He's just here.
No, sorry. I know in UK, but I think Harry Kane will be overrated. But that's just me.
It is. I agree.
I'm with you.
That's just me.
I agree.
And I can even explain.
And then
why
the
I'm saying
English
that.
people will say, "Yeah, he's golden boot." When was that?
In Euro.
Yeah,
Yeah, but in Euro, he scored most of his goal was penalty, so I don't want to talk about it. And that's a fact, guys. That's a fact. We can check on it. I know my numbers.
That's not the subject.
Wait. Time out.
That's not the freaking subject.
Time.
This guy here, yeah, he needs a right to answer. He needs a right to answer. So he's here. He's a Spurs fan.
But wait,
he's not playing for
no, but-
Spurs.
but what-
No, you finished him.
I just wanted to say that's the difference when we speak about like a top player, because he's finished. We don't have any Ronaldo and Messi anymore. He's not one key player, and to prove what I'm saying, we don't have any more number 10 on the team. If you understand. Number 10 was
right.
So now everybody have to be able to run. You can see Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, we can see every midfield. So what I want to say is like, you can be the best player, but you need to be able to do both. If you are in a really
Defend
big,
and attack.
if you're in a big team.
I agree.
See Man City, see Liverpool, see Chelsea, everyone. The last 5 teams won like the Champions League. Just check it out. And compared to Mbappe, the way he played, I'm sorry, that's not the case.
So now Andrea has the right to answer. Andrea, I want you to answer on the Harry Kane being overrated. the Tottenham trophy cabinet as well. What's going on? What's happening between you guys?
Okay with the Haaland stuff, and then it just switched from being okay on things to just randomly roasting me for no reason. And then back to okay, now I've done him bad. I'm gonna come back talk about PSG again.
But the thing is, he's not roasting you. He's roasting your team.
No.
He's not making any effort.
We were just talking about number 9, guys. That's what I wanted to.
Listen to Andrea's answer, please.
Where I think he's right again, when he came back to talk about Mbappe, is that compared to Haaland, Mbappe for me, he wants he said Tottenham rely only on Harry Kane. Okay? Mbappe wants PSG to rely only on him. And that's
but we don't rely only on him.
Yeah, but that's the vibe you get.
But the fact is we don't rely
and
only on him.
Do you really want a player that has that mentality in your squad that really wants everyone to just play for him? Because he's done the statement. You know that that's what he wants. He said it publicly. Haaland has never said, I want the whole
main man and
whole
the
City
centre of the
squad to
attention,
turn
stuff
around
like
me.
that.
I want to play in this position. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's the thing.
Because Pep will never dare to play him as a winger. I'm sorry, Andrea. Like if Haaland is a proper number 9, if Pep decides to play him on the left or the right wing, do you think it's gonna happen? Never is gonna happen, mate. He's a number 9. He's gonna play number 9. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So why is it a problem with Mbappe when he says I would like to play this position?
The question is, do you think Haaland can play a different position? Because at the moment, the question is Mbappe cannot play as a 9. He's not a 9 anyway.
Guys, I don't understand this debate.
I don't either.
You know why? No, you know why? Because I think people forget what Mbappe said. Mbappe, when Edison Cavani was there, we need to remember. When he arrived, he was playing white.
Yeah.
We remember all, yeah? He said he wants to play number 9.
Yeah.
We can double check.
Of
That's
course.
not me. That's not... Now, Mbappe play number 9. He said, I don't like it. I need another person to support me. I need to play that way. That's what you wanted. When he came up like in Monaco. It was playing like 9.5 because Falcao was on the top.
False 9,
So that's why it was good. After they put it on the wing, it was perfect.
He plays better on the wing.
I think it's his
left
position
wing,
is left wing.
left or right. He can play both.
Doesn't matter.
But now, because so much light, so much spotlight, now you want to ask. Me, sometimes you have to deliver.
No,
and
but
we give it to you.
So
Wait, let me cut that. Before we have David, the host, he will be with us in a few minutes. Gauthier, tell us about this Mbappe-Haaland situation. What wait, David, the host is with us. Big up, David! That was a surprise, mate. You're in advance, man. How's it going? Can you hear us well?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you doing?
we just got a big debate for
Right,
you
it was
guys.
the debate, like Haaland and Mbappe, stuff like that, mate. Thank God you arrived. Thank God.
No doubt. What's going on? What's the debate about?
Yeah, mate. This guy here is a
that was
PSG fan. He said Haaland. He would take Haaland definitely rather than Mbappe.
That was my head, mate.
Yeah, I know.
What?
No, he said
Nah,
as
I'm
a
not
9.
having that.
As a
I'm
9.
not having that. For me, Mbappe is there to he can do everything, you know? He can create, he can dribble from distance. Haaland is not there yet. Haaland is I'm not gonna say he's a tap-in merchant because I'm not hating. But,
How you doing, David? You good?
yeah, good guys. I'm good.
Paris live and direct, yeah. So yeah, thanks for being with us, mate. It's a real honor. Thanks for having us in your Twitch show as well. So you're working for PSG for about 10 months now?
Yeah, exactly.
So you worked for Ajax and 4-3-3 before, isn't it?
Right, Ajax 4-3 before. I'm going into my 11th month at PSG now.
How did that
Almost
happen?
a year.
Yeah.
Bro,
Congratulations.
it's flown by. Yeah, I didn't expect it to go so quickly, but it's been hectic, low key.
Intense, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You had some nice projects. We're really happy with couple of videos
as
you
PSG
did.
fans, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you did some nice thing, mate.
Creative ABC, yeah.
Yeah, always be creating.
Exactly.
The thing is, guys, I have to say, like, it's always hard being going to an international club and being the dude that's there speaking English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, it really makes me happy when people say, "Yeah, we like the content you do," or "Yeah, we like the vibe that you bring." So
it's really fresh. Like you brought like a real fresh vibe
Bro,
to the fan interaction, the vibe, and everything.
Quality.
Bro, that is quality. Tell us about what we think is your masterpiece, the FIFA ranking, FIFA 23 project, like the lie detector that you did.
Quality, mate.
guys, I have to say that thank you. I have to say that. But first of all, this is the piece that I'm probably most proud of in my life. And I've been kind of, as you said, I've been working in football content as a host for 5 years or so. Okay. 4-3, Ajax, PSG. So I've done a lot of different pieces. I've worked with a lot of different players. But the reason that this one was the banger is because everything was a combination. You know, everything came together. It's the cast, so it's like the biggest players in the world. It's the concept. And it was one that I really felt like I can just be myself and talk a bit of shit and have a bit of fun. And
nice.
Yeah, it just worked out. It worked out.
Nah, that's sick.
Yeah, the atmosphere on the video is mental, mate. It's like...
No, it's incredible because, like, going into it, they tell you, like, hey, look, all these questions have to be pre-approved.
Of course,
know?
Yeah.
Of course. And in some cases, the agent, like the image right agent, would just be over there in the room. And so the questions that were pre-approved, they were straight. I ain't gonna lie, they were fine. But I was like...
like, yeah, maybe I can put that in. No one's gonna say it's gonna notice.
Exactly. So I was like, fuck it, man. Like, for example, the Kylian LeBron question, you know? Like, obviously, this question is not in the pre-approved list of questions. Yeah. But I'm sitting there with Mbappe, and I spoke to my friend just before we went with him, and I was like, fuck it, like, how can we make him laugh? But what's not going to be offensive? And then we came to LeBron, like, did he smell good? It was fucking random, you know? But it was these little moments that made it. Like, it's never going to... And FIFA understands this, too. It's never going to be like, who's the fastest in the team? That's, like, the most fun question, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially in the football content world, we've been seeing the same questions and the same quizzes
all the time.
For the last 10 years, no?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's why we are going to ask you the same exact questions right now.
And we're going to sneak in some extra
wanted
questions
to ask you this type of question, because now you're very familiar with the players. You spending time with them on a daily basis as well. He wants to know, who's the most stylish, etc. So what's exactly the question?
Yeah, so you're really close to a lot of players. So according to you, who's the most stylish player, the funniest player, who's always late, for example, the best DJ? So tell us some secrets.
Yeah. So we know exactly. We know some inside secrets,
please, come on.
Let's see. Okay, most stylish. So last season, I was good mates with Thilo Kehrer, and he was the most stylish.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now that he lives in London, he was the UK guy, you know? He's
at West Ham now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's do something with him soon. That would be great.
True.
Yeah. He would. He's such a nice guy too, so he would be down. But no, okay. So last season was easy for me to say Thilo. I would say this season, like you would always say Neymar would have to be there because he's changed up his flow a little bit. But I'm actually gonna go with somebody that people might not expect. I'm gonna say Hakimi.
Okay,
nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in there. Because look, here are the guys that really care about fashion. Of course, Neymar cares. Of course, Sergio Ramos cares.
Yeah, but the Parisian vibe, mate, is a bit more sophisticated. You know what I mean? Like not too many colors, bright colors, and still, we're not really Balenciaga here. To be fair, Balenciaga is for, is for Hakimi, Neymar, etc. But the Parisian, mate, I'm telling you, like I can tell you, Andrea is in Paris. It's a different vibe. It's a different. Well, how do you feel about the Parisian vibe, by the way?
No, I like Paris. It's the big city vibe. I mean, it's so different. Amsterdam's only 3 hours away by train,
Yeah.
And I was there 5 years.
What was that middle finger, mate? What's going on?
My bad, I didn't even fucking know. I was like, Amsterdam was cool, but as soon as I got to Paris, I felt big city vibe again.
Yeah.
There's always something going on. The example I always use to people is like, when the Champions League final was going on here, you could be at the Champions League final where there's 100,000 people that have come into the city. And if you're on Stade de France, if you're in Paris 16th, you won't even notice. You're like, what's going on? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like totally normal. So I like the vibe of Paris. I would definitely say work culture wise, I think the work culture wise in Amsterdam is more laid back. That fits me more. I'm a chill type of person. Here it's like
fast life.
It's fast, it's direct, it's intense. So that's a big difference. But
I think Chris, you wanted to jump on this question. You had a lifestyle question around Paris as well, yeah?
Because obviously, not from France, you're not from Paris yet. So my question is more like, do you really try like to blend to the lifestyle like of the Parisian people? But what I mean by lifestyle is like really understand like the culture, the code, maybe the lingo, you know what I mean? So that's what...
That slang as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got that.
Do you try to really blend in that? That's my question.
So the thing is, for me, I'm still learning French. My French is like... I've only been learning French for 10 months, but I was super motivated because I really felt like when I moved here, in order for me to understand the culture, in order for me to get in with the Letiti, like I need to be able to speak French.
Yeah.
So for me, that was really the motivation. Besides just the day-to-day survival of like some guy cussing you out, you have to be
No, it's hard to survive in Paris when you don't speak French, to be fair.
Oh, you have to. So for me, it's like that's kind of the first step that I see of really settling into the culture. And I would say in my 10 months here, I've definitely learned a lot more. I'm trying to get involved in the culture, but mostly I think, to be fair, my friends are expats, low-key, in the city. And I would say my culture points the most are barbershop and my barber.
Nice.
Talking to the guys at the barbershop.
Nice.
That's like the biggest.
Quick question: Are you driving in Paris?
Hell no.
So you take a lot of cabs, innit?
Yeah, no, I'm mostly Metro, bro.
No
Metro.
way.
I met with him randomly for the PSG Marseille
before
game.
the game, it's
Like,
true.
Same station,
It's
bro.
true.
Like, the doors open and David was in.
So
like,
it's very an exception when you take a cab with Neymar.
Yeah,
That
tell
was
us
so
about
sick.
you
that
being
story,
alone
bro.
with the
That was the
Neymar and
beginning of
cab,
your
man. What's
career,
going
no?
on?
Actually, that was so sick because I'll tell you the whole story. So the night before, we're like in the hotel and we're setting up. We're talking about, it's like a big meeting with all the big heads of the club and stuff. We're talking about, okay, here's the activation. Here's who goes in this car. Here's who goes in this car. And so they get to Neymar's activation. They're like, Neymar needs to go from point A to point B. He's riding in that van, and David will be riding with him. Now, here I am in my head. I'm like, all right, they didn't say anybody else.
Imagine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, don't fucking smile. Because I was thinking, like, just act like you've been here before. So I said, so David, you're in Neymar's car. So I was like, but you know, in my head, I'm like, so I was just trying to be calm, man. And then, the moment basically happened. We come out of the building that we're going to get into the car.
Yeah.
So Neymar gets in the car and they go to close the door. And I was like a few steps behind, and the security goes to close the door. I was like, no, I'm in the car. It's like, calm down. Like, okay, you're in.
And that's when you pulled out the Instagram filter as well.
Well, it happened like 2 minutes after that. I mean, we were in the car. I think we had like a 30-minute ride. And it was cool, you know. I mean, we talked about music, and I had met him like 4 or 5 years ago for 433, so we talked about that moment. And then randomly, I just pulled out Snapchat. And at first, I just kind of showed him the filter, and we laughed. And then I was like, let me record it. And I actually did it.
Yeah.
And low-key, I wasn't even thinking like, this is about to be some viral video or something.
Obviously,
I was just like, this is just fun. I'll just send it to my friends, whatever. And then one of my friends was like, yo, you should post that. And I was like, all right, bet.
It exploded. It went viral.
Yeah.
Mate, we know you're, to correct me if I'm wrong, you're American, right?
Yeah.
So I have a question for you when it comes to the MLS.
Yeah.
So as an American national, what do you think about the MLS, the space of soccer in America?
Don't use that word.
Soccer, what? We say soccer,
Don't use
mate.
that word.
That was a
Soccer.
long
Come on,
R.
football, mate.
It was.
Football.
Yeah,
He really had to say
it's
it.
been
It's
in-
That was a long R.
So, hey, soccer.
Sucker.
Yeah, tell us, mate, the MLS, mate, the MLS. And, Cristiano Ronaldo, do you think he can end up in the MLS as well?
The way I feel about MLS is like, I know that they're saying there's more money going into it and there's more fans watching it, but I maybe I don't watch enough of it, but I'm not necessarily seeing the quality improve. And one of the biggest gripes that I have actually is that I know designated players, the marquee signings, they bring a lot of eyes, it brings awareness. People like to go to the stadiums to watch Beckham play. I know Gareth Bale and Chiellini are there. I know that, but for me, I would rather see like I would rather see coaches go over there and start coaching. And obviously, you're never going to get Mourinho to go to MLS, and maybe Mourinho's not the most progressive style of coach now, but that's what I would rather see coaches go to the States and start growing the game grassroots and start developing principles and philosophies of football in America rather than sending we're going to send Gareth Bale for 1 year. He plays like half the games and then he leaves. That's my thing.
There's budget in the MLS as well, isn't it?
You said it's budget?
Budget, yeah?
It's more
Bro,
money.
they
going
have so
there.
much
Oh,
money,
just take it
bro.
out, bro. That's it. Huh? Yeah,
Oh, like a
you
salary
think there's
cap.
no budget?
I to be fair, I don't even know for real, but I thought they had hella money.
So there's no budget for Cristiano Ronaldo to sign in an MLS team.
I think he got a case over there too, so I don't think he's going. I could see Messi at that Inter Miami that they're talking about, but I don't see Ronaldo going.
Well, do you think that any coach will be going there? Even to finish them career or something like?
Honestly, I don't think so. I would love it, but I think that's what's really going to change the whole scope of football in the States.
Yeah.
So it has to be a coach. It has to be either like someone that can start at the grassroots and build up philosophies, principles, or it has to be from what we call U.S. Soccer Federation to go down.
Yeah.
Wagwan. What's this?
That's the PH.
No, the Paris flag just went all over the place when you were talking, actually.
It looks like an omen.
Mate, I think Jeff is a proper Londoner. He's an Arsenal fan. I think he has some questions around, I know you follow the Premier League as well.
Yeah, of course.
You like English football. Obviously, we're London-based, so he's an Arsenal fan. Obviously, he's over the moon this season,
At
as
the
you
moment.
can tell.
At the moment.
They're
but he
always
has a question
smiling,
for
bro. They're always the
Yes.
Arsenal fan.
Okay, my question is, obviously we're London based.
Yeah.
Do you have a soft spot for any Premier League team? And in terms of the French division,
Yeah.
do you think, or what way in which could they compete with the Premier League?
Yeah, so soft spot would be Manchester United.
Ooh,
Well,
okay.
we can see a jersey, as you call it.
No, that's Ajax.
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no. That's a
No,
jersey. Just
yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
he does,
it's
right
there,
It's
man.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
So
right.
Not
Good
really
eye.
happy
Yeah,
about
good eye.
the Ronaldo situation. Well, yeah, you have a good eye.
Yeah,
actually.
I know.
Yeah.
They're green, by the way.
Yeah, so soft spot would be United. In terms of Ligue 1, how can it compete with the Premier League? I think that's really, really complicated because, of course, the Premier League has the top 4 or 5 managers probably in the world right now. It has the money. It has the infrastructure. But I think the one thing that the Premier League always seemed to get right to me as a spectator on TV was the camera angles were right. The I don't know, it's the contrast that they use on the pitch was right. The replays were right. These type of things, I don't know, visually was kind of the first thing besides everything being in English that really captivated me. The thing about Ligue 1 that I would say is people don't I think it's made steps in recent years. First of all, my niece in Baltimore, where I'm from in the States, she goes to play football, and at her indoor place, it was all sponsored by Ligue 1. So these type of steps,
Okay.
it's huge,
Jeez,
They got posters of Marseille and PSG and Lyon and Lille up at the whole thing. And this is usually that would be a Premier League club.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, bro, I don't necessarily know if they can compete with the Premier League, but again, it's just about kind of taking little bits of the market share as they can get, I think.
Bro,
Okay,
I just got a question for you, but you know, when I used to be in Paris, it used to be a club called Buddha Bar.
I know you were gonna talk about
Yeah.
the Buddha Bar, mate.
I think maybe you heard about it, but I just want to know, as now a Parisian, you have to go to Buddha Bar.
Bro, see, I haven't been to Buddha Bar yet. I haven't been.
Have you heard
It's
about
not the
it?
place to be, kinda, isn't it?
Have you heard about it?
I haven't, actually, like, I haven't heard about it. So this is good for me. This is something to write down.
Just call me. I'll give you insight about club.
Never call him, mate. He's gonna give you dodgy advices, mate.
I heard
Don't
in one of your Twitch that you're going Ménilmontant for your. That's
Belleville,
nice.
he said Belleville has his optician in Belleville. Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah, Bellevue.
T-shirt.
In
Yeah,
front of you.
Belleville. Yeah, that's where
that's
I'm
my
from.
guy.
Basically.
That's my guy. Shout out Joseph.
Shout out to his optician. Yeah.
So you actually never heard about Buddha Bar. It used to be a place where
all the football players,
Parisian players used to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, see, I haven't heard about this one, but there are a lot of places like this in Paris, huh? There are like there are a lot of
more
ritzy
than what
places.
he's saying.
Well, you could actually talk to this guy here on my left hand side. He's a Parisian and Paris based as well. He knows Paris really well. Obviously, his father is a PSG legend, David. You interviewed his father recently as well. So, Andrea, if you had one place to recommend to David, you can see his face.
Yeah. Spot on, like dead ringer to his dad.
Yeah. Big up to his dad, by the way.
Yeah, shout out his dad.
Yeah.
Your dad, by the way, came on super nice.
Yeah.
And low key, probably like only the second person in my whole entire time in PSG that was just there talking to me in English on the show. And you don't understand how much that helps me sometimes, man. So shout out your dad.
How was his English though?
Good, perfect.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always
Like, you
give him
give him
slack
shit.
for his accent. Days.
Nah, he was good, man. Your dad was really chill, really nice, and I told him that I watched that clip of him on Monday Night Football when he was almost in tears, speaking about just what football meant to him and the creativity of football, and I was like, "Jeez." And, it was good.
It's good. It's big for them, because they don't get that. They get that from all the clubs they've been through, to be able to come back and, still have people, cheer them on and show that they're still respected and, legends of the club. It's not the same in all the clubs. They don't get the same recognition.
Yeah.
So it's always a big moment for them. And I know he was really happy. And when he did his tour stadium.
We were there. Ginola. They were singing.
You were in the crowd that
they were.
Yeah. So he was.
Okay, of course. I saw you on the way there.
Yeah. You saw him on the tube. He told me like, you know who I bump into? And I'm like, I don't know.
That was so random as well. But yeah, the Parisian fans, they welcomed him really well. Right? He's a legend anyway. So
they did. But I mean, that's what he said. He said he did the whole thing. Kept smiling, but he said when I came back, I was a bit alone, and I had to shed a little tear though.
That's amazing.
In his backstage information, love that.
He did.
That's amazing.
So just to give us a bit more info, so is Baltimore what you call home in America then?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. But it's been so long since I lived there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I'm from.
So if there's anyone listening, any Londoners listening, maybe going into Paris or anything, is there any like addresses, places you've been to that you really enjoyed while you've been there, or have you just been working all the time and having that much time?
Free promotion for the clubs. Let's put it out there. Yeah. No, Bagatelle's been good. I've had a good time at Boom Boom.
Yeah.
Bagatelle.
Jengal is my spot. I'm in there every Saturday. Shout out Jengal.
Look at him. This guy, I'm telling you, I can tell.
He's just thinking about
He smashes all Paris like. I'm telling you, bro. Look at him. Yeah. He's living the good life, innit?
Oh, you talk to me about work, I'm like this, and about the club, I'm like, yeah, so...
that's a good one.
David, I got one question, yeah?
Yeah, hit me.
Because you're American, so I'm gonna...
Ooh.
adapt myself today. So
Yeah,
you watch football, American football. My bad.
American football.
US
Yeah.
Which team do you support?
Baltimore Ravens.
What do you got to say about Lamar Jackson?
Bro, Lamar is a good player, bro. What are you saying, contract-wise?
No, contract-wise, I know where he decide. I understand his choice, but what do you think about this season? What he's going to do? Yes, I doubt myself, guys.
Wow.
I know that guy's
I'm
like,
impressed, bro.
you know, we have
That move was smooth, bro. I did not expect that. That was smart.
He say you always need to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
like
yeah,
some
yeah.
question on the
Oh,
side.
my
That's
days.
what I'm doing.
Look how he is. It's like, jeez.
Because I know about the offense and everything. I watch my team in football is Ravens. So I'm telling you, Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson for me is the best QB. Yes, I say it. Yes, my guy. Yes, my guy.
Come on.
So that's why I ask you the question. That's why I ask you the question.
Lamar is sick, bro, but I just don't know. Like the Ravens, we never actually give people what they need to succeed. So I'm not sure we're ever going to get there with the Ravens. But that's my team, and Lamar's my guy. I want him to stay. I hope he gets the contract, G.
Same.
If you talk about scrambling QBs, I think Jalen Hurts is having a better season than Lamar Jackson.
Whoa. We're going to talk about football.
Nah.
There we go. Excuse him, he's a Tottenham fan.
Okay.
You know?
Well, talking about American football, then, would you say the atmosphere is better in football stadium or American football stadium?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have been to like American sports stadiums, but basically
No, they
everybody
do
sits
stuff
together.
sometimes here in London as well. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Right,
London
okay,
series and stuff like that.
NFL.
Yeah,
But it's different.
The tailgating is
Because
different.
basically everybody sits together, you know. There's no away section. Like everyone sits together in the stadium. So you can have guys, I don't know, from your most your biggest hated
rival.
club, right? And they'll be sitting right next to you in the
That's
stadium.
weird.
So the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
because
is so
guys, you don't have
completely different.
actually capo, you don't have ultras, you don't have
But you have people singing
flares,
still.
you don't have flares, you don't have tifo, you
It's
don't have
not the
those
same
things.
vibe. Yeah.
It's
you
not
know?
the same vibe. It's like meant to be like a family atmosphere vibe, but yeah, it's also like the sports I would say mean a little bit less to.
What do you think about the you've been to the game so many times. What do you think about the tifo and all of that? The flares.
That's the coolest part. That's the coolest part, no?
Is
Like
it?
that atmosphere is what makes the games and the stadiums.
I do think
I mean, I
so,
used
yeah.
to do this thing when I was at 433 where I would do a stadium review. And in the stadium review, I would speak about atmosphere. And it would always be I would have to see tifos, I'd have to see flares, I'd have to see good support for the teams, you know? So all that you could, that's what makes the games interesting.
Nice.
Well, mate, talking about the ultras, you worked for Ajax. How are the ultras, the fans in the Netherlands, mate? Tell us.
Yeah, the Ajax fans are hardcore, bro.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
They're really, really hardcore. Actually, I spoke about earlier about how it is being somebody that's speaking English at an international club. Okay, Ajax is a Dutch club, you know, so they're hardcore fans. It will probably be the same in Paris. They want to hear their stuff in Dutch. Maybe probably the same here in French. So those fans, they love their club. But the thing I'll say about Ajax Amsterdam fans is that Ajax it's so important to the city.
Yeah.
It's so important to the city. And that's one difference I would say maybe to here. It's like with Ajax, it felt like everyone knew that the match was on that night.
That's very
Everyone's there
interesting.
watching. Everyone's invested. In Paris, there's so much other stuff going on,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
like the
you.
biggest,
Thank you. I agree.
Opera
Strongly
of
agree
the
with
night
that.
is on or something. It's like people have
Exactly.
different
But
interests.
we keep comparing ourselves with the fan base in all the cities in France, like Lens
but
or
it's so
I don't know,
different.
like even Marseille. Like we have so many different stuff to focus on in Paris that the Parisian people, they not only focus on people. We have fashion, we have amazing food, the nightlife, everything. Like it's not only about football in Paris, is it?
Nah, that's the thing. That's the main difference I was saying. Like obviously the ultras at PSG are there, but also like it's just a different vibe in the city, in the stadium.
Nice.
And if you go to Amsterdam on a match day, you see Ajax everywhere. It's in everything. But in Paris, it's just a bit different. It's a bigger city.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Beckham interview when he's asked how can you attract players to come and play for your team, and he just says, well, I just have to say it's in Miami.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
That's interesting.
No, it's true though. For those international players, they hear Miami, they're like,
Yeah.
Well, lifestyle-wise,
Like holidays
That's
style.
why the MLS is now really attractive as well, mate. To be fair, because the American lifestyle and Well, they're paying good money as well. Apparently, they have more holidays than in the European leagues as well. So I
they have
think
more time off.
it's really attractive. Yeah. Talking about this, mate, how do you see PSG ending up this season? Unbeaten, invincibles like the Arsenal. The Arsenal players here, like this guy. Do you think we can be invincibles? And tell us what you said about Arsenal being invincibles as well last time when you said how many times they drew during that season as well.
They drew like 14 games or something.
That's not for me called
That's
invincible.
a fact.
Still
That's
invincible.
Yeah,
Still
I mean,
invincible.
whatever. It is
Invincible with
but-
14 draw.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we never lost.
Yeah,
In
that period.
but compared to the win, you never win.
So the question was around what is your feeling around PSG ending the season unbeaten and maybe winning the
Mid-season.
Champions League
Yeah.
as well?
It's so complicated, bro, because we don't know anything about how teams are about to come back after this World Cup.
Yeah, very true.
That's
that's
the
main
thing that scares me the most, really. Like, I think, low-key, if the season had just progressed, if it was just a normal season,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be afraid to be like, yo, I can see this team going invincible
Okay.
in the league. But because of the World Cup, it's like, it's throwing me off. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going to happen after the World Cup. But I
Talking
think
about the World Cup, would you see winning that World Cup?
my heart,
Yeah.
Argentina.
Okay.
My head?
interesting.
Probably Brazil.
Thank you. I like your head.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
I like your head.
I want Argentina because come on,
Messi, yeah.
It's football heritage.
And
you
it's
know?
gonna be his last one. Should be.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah,
Should be.
normally.
But
No.
that's what I'm saying. So if Argentina wins, I'm happy. But if Brazil wins with Ney and Marquinhos, I'm also happy.
Very true. Mate, that was a real pleasure to have you with us, to be fair. Thanks a lot for your time. I hope we're going to see each other in Paris very soon as well. I think we're going to plan something to attend a match
Another
day as
game,
well, all
yeah.
together, do some content as well, all together, bring our English friends with us as well, so they can experience the real ultra vibe that they don't have in England as well. So thanks for your time, mate. We'll link up when we're in Paris as well, and keep up the good work, mate. You're so inspiring as well. So big up to you,
Thanks,
my man.
guys.
Allez,
All
Paris.
right, good to talk to you guys. I'll chat to you soon, yeah?
Have
Yeah.
a good one. Thanks for your time,
Thank
bro.
you, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, ciao, ciao.